Sorry about the feedback. Trying to test the volume on my iPad and then forgot to turn the iPad volume down. $7:01. Late people can be late. Yellow, TENIME here. Thanks for joining me. Tired of videos piling up in the to edit pile and then never having time or energy to get around to editing them. So today, my Slytherin shirt, which I bought before she revealed she was a TERF. Today is Brian's birthday and Walter's birthday. Happy birthday, both of you. I hope it was a great day. Today, I will be taking a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Series New York Comic-Con 2025 exclusive Pythona. Who's going to sing Cobra-La with me? Cobra-La, la, 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 la. All right, so let's... Already jumping ahead. Ah! No, you can see the sides. Ah! There we go. Ooh. Get at the box. It's kind of shiny. I like it. Like there's like a cool, like, good. It's coming across on camera better than it is in person under the ring lights. But yeah, there's like a shimmery quality to the ink on the cardboard. I like that a lot. That's really neat. It's not down here, although still on those. So we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series logo, the Hasbro logo, ages 4 and up. I feel like some of these accessories are still a little too, I don't want to say mature, but Cobra sigil. She is Cobra Faction, and then she is Cobra-La Pythona. There's the Cobra Faction symbol again. She is number 172. I like the font choice for the numbers. And then again, you can see that like shimmery quality there. On this side, we have the 172 in Cobra. We have the file card stats, which I have never bothered to look up online, but you can do so utilizing this QR code. Hopefully I'm keeping it steady enough for you to try that out. G.I. Joe logo. Another shimmery 172. We have a very, very awesome picture of her and one of her eels. On the back, we have pictures of the figure and accessories. Let's get this open. Or I can just leave the screen blank. I hit flip on the camera, but it didn't flip. She did come in a, because I did not go to New York Comic Con. She came in like a Hasbro mailer inside the box from Pulse. I opened it just because I was like, how ironic and devastating would it be if I like opened the shipper box up on camera and it wasn't her? We have the usual, that thingy, the warnings in all the 8,000 languages. We have, we'll insert, can't really tell what that is. Maybe I can tell on camera better. It's like a gooey explosion. I'm not sure. Biomechanical stuff. That's the box insert. Get the figure and accessories out of the bubble. How's everyone doing on this Thursday evening? Thank you very much for joining me. I very much appreciate it. So I'm going to be like trying not to shove my face directly into the camera as I put the accessories on the table behind you. But then I figured it would be more boring and uninteresting if you were just staring at that. Here's my hand. Here's my hand again. And it keeps zooming out when I flip over. That's annoying. Not that I'm trying to keep the comparison figures a secret, but I don't have a lot of comparisons. I got some relevant classified figures and then my usuals. Someone, oh, well, it just hit me that this line is brand new for my channel, because in the past I've said that I really had no interest in doing more popular brands just because I figured other people would do them better. And like, it wasn't like a, it wasn't like a jealousy thing. It was just, why waste my time when other people do it better? If you're not gonna search YouTube and find me for stuff like this, you're gonna go directly to your channel of choice. But the fine folks over at the Articulated Thoughts message board, which I should have already linked in the description, but I can link in the description. They were like, hey, we don't have a favorite channel for classified stuff. You should so totally do that on your channel. So thanks, Articulated Thoughts. If you're a fan of toys and message boards, you should go check out articulatedthoughts.com. Again, I'll put a link in the description once this is uploaded. I am going to dismantle her, how she comes in the box, just so we can take a look at her unimpeded. Ooh. And sort of like put her together as we go along. I am going to test the joints before I show you the articulation range on camera. If you are brand new to me in this channel, I do that just out of safety and my own anxieties. Just let me make sure the articulation's good before I then get to, you know, reaching around the camera and trying to show the articulation on camera. So but yeah, I was saying someone on the forum had said something about her being like part plant, and I didn't remember that from the movie. So like I brought some poison ivies out for comparisons, but then someone was very, very helpful enough. I have the movie. I've seen the movie a few times, but it hasn't been 30 years, but it's, I don't know, 7 or 8 years since I last saw the movie. So, whew, sorry, thigh swivel is stuck. But someone was kind enough on YouTube to have a compilation of all of her scenes so I could refresh myself. And I didn't see anything about her being plant-like. Maybe that's from the comics that I haven't read. So I can bring out the Poison Ivy figures because it's the DC Direct and Medicom Mafex, but I usually have a Medicom Mafex in my comparisons anyway. Flip of the camera. I'm going to need to heat up this leg because this thigh swivel is completely stuck. But when I show articulation, I do the left side of the figure anyway, just because I'm right-handed and it's easier just to like do this rather than this, which I feel like my right hand would be blocking the figure, whereas this, I feel like my right hand is kind of like behind the figure. So she's headless. Why is she headless? Let's drop the camera down a little bit. Sorry, it was too low when I started. And stop zooming out, YouTube. Okay, so looking at accessories, we have the gem that she pays Zartan and the Dreadnoks with to help her rescue Serpentor from G.I. Joes. I like that. It's really cool. It's I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it is actually like it's not completely opaque. There is like a translucency to it that like I don't know if you can like see my finger like through it, and you also see like the reflection on the top, but like you can kind of see my finger like through the back of it. It's neat. That's very cool. I didn't think we'd get, like, I was hoping we'd get those, but I didn't think we'd get this. And despite my, despite my Arashikage tattoo and my collection of everything Storm Shadow, if I had to pick a faction, I probably would be going with the Dreadnoks, because I don't know, man. It's just I like went hard on the Dreadnoks in the 25th anniversary line, and then I'm going hard on the Dreadnoks in the classified, which going hard on them basically, you know, I mean, I'm trying to get as many of the figures. I'm not a completist with this line by any means, but I'm not far from being a completist. Like, it's I get like 98% of all the figures in this line. I said in my top 10 figures of 2024 that my two favorite action figure lines, and they vary depending on which one has a new figure coming out, is Mattel's Jurassic Hammond collection and Hasbro's G.I. Joe Classified series. So given that I haven't gotten a new Hammond collection figure in a while, and this is a brand new classified figure, this is at the top. This is number one. So accessories, back to accessories. So we have We have that weird little like turtle squid thing that she uses to, she squeezes it and like all that like poison gas comes out, and it's actually kind of squishy. You can actually kind of squish it. Creepy. I love it. And then we have her weird little oyster thing that she shoots. These are not tongues. She like wraps up people with it. Like, think of this as like Spider-Man shooting webs at a villain and wrapping them up in the webs. But only it's these weird like little. They're not tongues. They look like tongues. They're not tongues. It's like that tape dude from My Hero Academia. He shoots like tape out of his elbows. This I didn't. This was another biomechanical thing that she uses when she breaks into Cobra's compound. Then she throws this little dude at people's faces, and it's like a face hugger, and it grabs onto their faces and get it off. And then I didn't see this in the clip, and I don't remember it from the movie, but the fact that it is there's the body of an eel, and then it's got 4 heads, but not 4 heads because it's like it splits off. So like if you saw this, you'd just go, that's a group of 4 eels. And you come back here and you're like, oh, they're all sharing the same tail. It's just absolutely awesome. Eels are such a cool animal. I like how each one is a different sculpt too. I actually painted the insides of the mouths and the teeth and the eyes. We got some nice like little dry brushing and a wash going on there. And then I'm hoping that can just like wrap around her arm. And we got like her little bladed discs. Stop doing that. I like those little like 2-headed snakes. Appear to be the same mold. Yeah, it's the same mold. Nothing wrong with that. We have some fists with vertical hinges. That doesn't make sense. I realize I have them backwards, but fists need horizontal hinges, guys. Come on. Usually I'm complaining that grip hands that need vertical hinges don't have them. Okay, we have awesome clawed hand and her like poisonous smoke she uses to knock people out. I saw some people say it looks like a growth. It does kind of look like a growth, but no, it's smoke. It's poisonous smoke. Pocket sand. She throws the poisonous smoke in your face and you can't breathe and you pass out or probably die. After killing off Optimus Prime and seeing how many children that got scarred by it, they initially had killed off Duke in this movie, but we're like, wait a minute, we're going to have another riot on our hands, even though, as the guys at Articulated Thoughts wholeheartedly agree, nobody likes Duke. But they had to edit in a line, an ADR line of dialogue, and be like, he's okay, he's gonna make it. Here's some poison dripping claws when she's fighting Jinx. Prepare for eternity. Or if you hold it at an angle, it's not dripping downwards. It looks like weird little snake fingers, but no, it's poison dripping out of her claws. Look kind of like acidic too. All right, so the different heads. We have her awesome pointy ears, her awesome face tattoos. Hope everyone liked TENIME Pythona on the thumbnail. I thought it was funny. There's a calm head, which is really nice. And then we got this cool, like, angry hissing head. And there's, like, some venom, poisonous venom dripping off of her fangs. And then we've got some holes for some ponytails. She comes with 2 ponytails. The one on her in the box is this long, flowing one. And then she has this alternate focus. Please and thank you. A little shorter one. Kind of looks like chopped off there. I don't remember that either, but. And then she has her awesome cloak. I'm saying awesome, I don't know. And I legit thought that was like supposed to be tattered, but that is not tatters. That is like it's like a scaly design, which is actually better than tattered. I thought there was like it's just the texture of the fabric. I thought it was like like that. I thought there was like a scale design on the inside. There is not. But there is on the outside, and it's not just like printed on, it's actually 3D. So all these little bumps are bumps. And then she's got her awesome hood. Maybe that's what the short ponytail is for, to stick up in the hood. We're gonna go with the well. So we have a dumbbell in the top of her neck. We have a ball joint in the bottom. That was the head that came on her. I'll show you the swappability. Ooh, that. I didn't feel it pop. I didn't hear it pop, but that's on there. So we have a pinned hinge shoulder. It comes up that far. You can get full rotation around. She has a butterfly. It goes back that far, forward that far. I just recently opened the Slice and Dice 2-pack, and Slice may be one of my figures of the year, but Dice is a huge disappointment because his shoulder hinges don't move, and they restrict his arm from moving around. And this is not a review of Classified Series Dice, but kind of sucks. Dice is the purple one. Slice is the red and black. She has a bicep swivel all the way around. Pinless. Double jointed elbows. Comes almost all the way up. She has 2 grip hands on her in the package. Both with vertical hinges. That much back and that much down. Come on, stop. There we go. We have a ball joint in the upper torso. Can crunch that far, can go back a lot farther. Not a whole lot of side to side. I'm trying not to utilize the ball joint in the bottom. Then she has a ball joint in the, well, I mean, then you also get rotation at the diaphragm. Then there's a ball joint down here. Gap it up if you're not careful, but then, there we go. Go back that far. Forward, again, not as far forward. Little better tilt. A little better tilt. And then utilizing both joints at the same time, we can at least get a little better crunch, and then she can almost bend in half all the way back, and then try and touch her toes, not very successfully. We have the classified series drop down hips. I'm very, very glad that they fixed these from the first couple waves, because I would not have been cranking on them like this for the first couple waves. So she can get out that far without dropping it down, and then you drop it down, and she can't really get much further out because that's just as far as it goes on the post. But crotch piece is rubbery like most of them. She can kick up that far. Oop. She can go back like that. She has a thigh swivel that is stuck on the right leg that I'm going to have to boil after we're done here, because this thing will not budge. Oh my God. Twist it off. It would be very bad. Double jointed pinless knees. Comes up that far. Because there is no boot, there is no calf or shin swivel. But we have some cool, like, bare feet, only they're all like scaly and gross, so you couldn't just repaint those. But foot comes all the way back. Foot comes forward pretty well, and then because it is forward facing, we get all the way in tilt and all the way out tilt. So we will put on, should I put this on? Because when I pulled it off of her, okay, never mind. When I pulled her out of the, because she comes packaged with the cloak on, and I popped the head off before taking the cloak off, but you don't need to do that. So make sure her earrings don't get stuck in there. Then plug on the shorter ponytail. And, or maybe we just have to take it off completely. I think we're just going to have to take it off completely. Because then, come on. She has to be able to do this. She won't be as cool if she can't do this. Okay, there we go. When she first appears on screen, and we don't even really get to look at her all that much, it was just her eyes. Yeah, I know it's exposing more of the face, but you pull it up and then push it down. There we go. But so, and then there's nothing in there because I took off the ponytail, because I don't know if you can do this with the ponytail on. But it's still very awesome that she got a good center of gravity. I like that. Right. Ponytail. So the Venom hand is right, only the Poison Gas hand is left only. Cool. So then you could utilize them at the same time. And I want to see if, yes. I love that so much. All right. Okay, let's get some comparisons here. Does anybody want to see the poison ivies? Even though she's snake, not plant. We have the DC Direct Batman the Animated Series Poison Ivy. We have the Medicom Mafex Batman Hush Poison Ivy. Classified comparisons, we have Once a Man Cobra Commander. We have Serpentor. And of course, we have, he's a little A-stance there. Not an accurate height comparison when legs are so far spread. Nemesis, Immortal Enforcer. Will he stand not in a stance? Yeah, see, that's the problem. He's a freaking great figure, man. But this is not a review. Of course, his wings make him back heavy. So I'm going to have to hold him. Oh, it's too zoomed in, sorry. All right, that was kind of funny. Oh, God. There, move them back. So Nemesis Enforcer stands better in an A stance. But there is most of Cobra-La that we have so far. I think they teased Globulus, but no official announcement. We've had an official announcement of the Cobra-La Royal Guard. And those should be cool. And then we have McFarlane Toys, Mortal Kombat 11 Shadow of Spawn. I'm trying to zoom out, man. There we go. You keep seeing him, so I might as well pull him out next. The Super 7 Silverhawks Ultimates Bluegrass and Sideman. And if you notice, I'm only touching the stand and not the figure, because go watch my review of that when this is done. The Medicom Mafex Snyder Cut Justice League Batman. I know she's Hasbro, but you know, I'm trying to show people different comparisons. So the Hasbro Marvel Legends comic book Deadpool. We have the NECA TMNT2 Secret of the Ooze Michelangelo. We have the Mattel Masterverse New Eternia Cobra Khan. Figure a snake person was a little more appropriate than a skunk person. Plus, he's a cobra. We got the Jakks Pacific Super Mario. And then, obviously, I had to go theme appropriate for the 1/18th and the Minimate scale. So we have the Hasbro G.I. Joe Resolute Cobra Commander and the Diamond Select Toys Minimates G.I. Joe Cobra Commander. she's awesome. She went up so people got her at the convention if you went to New York Comic Con. But then she went up last week for Hasbro Pulse Premium members. But fear not, if you are neither a New York Comic Con goer or a Hasbro Pulse Premium member, she should be going up for general purchase on November 3rd. They usually go up 11 Central, 9 Pacific, or noon Central, 10 Pacific. So just make sure you keep an eye out. Hopefully more knowledgeable people than I will publicize it more when she will be available for everyone else. But in the interest of keeping this shorter than any of my other live streams ever, thank you all for watching. Those are never hollow words. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If you watch my videos, if you are subscribed, you mean the absolute world to me. If you would mind helping me out for free, because the YouTube algorithm hates microscopic channels like mine, like, comment, and share. If you are not already subscribed, if you wouldn't mind doing that as well, that is also free. If you would like to help support me for a little more than free, patreon.com/TENIME. $5 a month gets you unlimited behind-the-scenes access to all artworks, works in progress, including YouTube thumbnails. Although poor mental health has prevented me from even drawing anything lately, let alone posting it on my Patreon. So if I get more patrons other than my mom, then I will post more on there. Again, happy birthday to Brian and Walter. Wherever you are, please make sure that you stay safe. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.